Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Watch Mojo. Today we are reacting to the 20 near-death experiences caught on camera.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Ben Brown.
Are you guys all right? Is everyone okay? Are you all right? Is everyone okay?
Ben Brown is a British lifestyle vlogger known for documenting his
He's British, really? Are you alright, eh? Are you alright, eh? Are you alright, eh?
travels on YouTube.
Could tell.
In 2016, he recorded an accidental PSA for driver safety while filming one of his vlogs in Berlin. The friends are chatting when suddenly the rear is hit by another vehicle on the side where Brown is sitting, deploying the airbags.
That's a yog, isn't it? I think. Whoa. Bro.
Thankfully, nobody was injured,
Show
but
the
everyone
video.
on camera clearly shaken by the accident. We're willing to bet this caused at least a few aspiring YouTubers to think twice before they vlog and drive.
I think that's probably the worst car accident I've been in, luckily enough. Luckily, every
Fender bender.
slowly.
Girl pushes friend into moving bus.
Watch the
There you
moment
go.
when a
that
playful
bad.
shove nearly turns tragic.
If you're going to prank a friend, it's important to consider a
Good
few
Lord.
factors.
We took quite the step up from the last video.
Yeah, it's important to not shove her in front of a several thousand-pound moving vehicle.
How funny is it really? Are they likely to be offended? And oh yeah, is there a possibility it could cost them their life? Pushing your friend in front of traffic doesn't even qualify as a prank. But in this video,
Dude.
two teenage girls are walking in
What was even the goal?
Czechowice-Dedice, Poland.
She's probably like, "You like my nails?" And she's like, "No." And she shoves her over and like almost kills her for it.
It's always the heifer, too, isn't it?
When one gets the idea to push the other into a street for a laugh. When the girl
Good hit,
fell,
Tom.
her head
Dude.
just barely missing the tires of an oncoming bus. There was not a ton of laughter from anyone. After being fined 70 euros
What's this
for
card doing?
blunder, we hope the offending teenage girl learned her lesson and found better
The teen escapes with minor bruises.
Flying car narrowly misses pedestrian. Flying cars might
Oh
seem
my God.
harmless when you're watching films like Harry Potter.
Holy shnikes. Oh my gosh. Looks like us on GTA, doesn't it?
Pedestrian. Flying cars might seem wondrous when you're
Oh my
watching
goodness.
films like Harry Potter and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but
That was unnecessary.
Did you hear what they just said?
probably
Okay.
less so when one is suddenly hurtling toward you.
What's happening? No! It's fantastic!
In this incident, captured on home security, a pedestrian walks along unknowingly, shopping bags in hand, while disaster unfolds in the background. A car tries to
The person in
overtake
the
a transporter, but ends
Totally beheaded, but the guy on the street is perfectly fine.
I'm so confused how this even
while
happened.
disaster unfolds in the background. A car tries to overtake
Like, what?
You trying to drive in the
Trans-
back of it or what?
Porter, but ends up hitting its back wheel, sending the car flying
The car didn't even take any damage. It looked like it hit a bouncer in Fortnite or something.
towards the unsuspecting shopper.
Yeah, that
Things
might
look
take a
dicey for a moment.
If you look at this whole situation, you can see that every last little bit of it could have been avoided.
as he runs for his life while the car rolls in his direction.
Jeez.
He's fast. Thankfully, the man outruns the
a good
vehicle.
thing he heard
and
it.
it miraculously lands upright
Great
where he
awareness.
was standing before.
Dude.
We hope
He would have got smoked if he didn't move.
Most people would just sit there and be like,
like that video I showed you the other day.
"Yeah."
whatever was in the pedestrian's shopping bags was worth risking his life for. Woman falls between gaps of moving train.
No,
nothing
it's
looks funny
so
about this.
scary.
The next
Dude,
time your
what?
train is late, count your blessings. At least you didn't almost lose your life while you were waiting. In this video, CCTV footage captures the moment a woman suffering from low blood pressure stumbles towards a train pulling up to Independencia Station near Buenos Aires, Argentina. Onlookers are horrified as the woman falls between the train's cars. Thankfully, the train was stopped, and the woman was transferred to the hospital where she received treatment, somehow managing to escape the ordeal with
I'd like to
just
see the
a few
video of it, please.
bruises.
Workers rushed to rescue her and get her to the hospital. This week, she told the TV station, "I don't know how I'm still alive."
2002 World Supersport Champion.
Okay. We didn't see much, but it didn't look like it was worse than the flying car coming after the person. Do you agree with that?
You got lucky, but like, I think most people can feel when their blood sugar is getting low. I mean, maybe
Exactly.
maybe that doesn't happen to her a lot, so I get it. But like, why are you 5 feet away from something that can run you over and end your life. You're like, oh, I feel dizzy. Let me run towards the train.
chip.
What a huge blowout there. And
There's a
down
big
goes
moving candy bar. Shows you
Christian
around, too.
Kellner.
When you're a professional motorcycle racer, we have little doubt that you're used to things moving fast. But when one moment you're in the middle of a high-octane race and the next your life flashes before your eyes, we bet it's still quite the adrenaline rush. Christian Kellner was competing in the 2002 World Supersport Championship when his oil line ruptured, resulting in a slick beneath his rear tire that sent him careening into a wall. It would be impressive to come out of this relatively unscathed. What makes the incident truly remarkable is when, like an obstacle in Mario Kart, the oil slick makes another cycle lose control and just barely miss Kellner's head. Talk about luck.
And that engine, it was like a con.
So they can show that, but they can't show the girl who fell down next to a train and didn't get hit.
Exactly. I was
Brought
gonna
through
say,
the
if that was-
crankcases.
If that was you or me, dude, that bike would have smashed us directly in the head.
Well, if it wasn't just an oil leak, because just an oil leak would gather in the belly pan of the fairing and wouldn't come out.
Narrowly missed by a loose tire. Deaths caused by loose tires
Oh
are more
my
common than you
gosh.
think. All the more reason for this shop owner to be thankful that she was spared. No pun intended. A security camera captured.
Her arm's broken. Surely, right?
Dude, I don't know.
This is so strange. How did the tire go through there perfectly like that? And where did it come? Where did it come from? How's it going so fast? How did it fit perfectly through there? Sounds like the tires are fighting back to me.
A woman in Thailand just trying to do her job, handing a bag to a customer in her vehicle, when, out of nowhere, a loose tire whizzes between them before hitting a wall and stopping. The customer in her car reportedly suffered some injuries, while the
No
shop
kidding.
owner appeared to be fine. But we still don't think she gets paid enough for this.
Got on the car's
Nearly
arm,
crushed by a
ripped
concrete
out a
block.
socket. Totally do.
Oh my god!
In this video, Alexander, a 27-year-old man from Russia, scrapes ice off the windscreen of his car before he looks up and runs
He looks up and he's like, oh, look at the size of that snow.
Big
Look at-
snowball.
yeah.
Come down.
away from it. A millisecond later, the vehicle is decimated by a concrete slab, reportedly weighing 2 tons, that had
Dude.
fallen off the roof of Alexander's residential building.
I'm going to be late
Mother
to work
Russia
today.
that he
My,
happened to
my
look
car
up when
got
he did,
smoked by a
and that
giant
nobody
chunk.
was seen.
At my office, this actually, like, not the same thing, but this kind of happened at my office where our big sign out front, like the company that we're in there with, like their big sign out front is like big, and apparently it fell off the wall, and like it was after hours, so there was no cars parked there, but like it would have ruined a car.
Seriously?
I think me and Mason had like walked out like 10 minutes before it like actually fell or something. And like it didn't, like it would have killed you if you would have got hit by it. Like it was heavy, apparently.
Wow.
Just
Was it like this?
I raised at Clifford Signs for putting it up there.
Seated in the car at the time. Unless they're a Looney Tunes character, we doubt anyone is surviving a concrete block falling on them from that height. Getting struck by lightning while dancing. In this video, egged on by his girlfriend who's filming the whole thing, a shirtless man decides it's a great idea to bust a move next to his parked car while a natural disaster rages on.
Oh, that's a great muscle.
It goes about how you'd expect. We're not saying it was deserved. After all, who hasn't done something stupid to impress a girl? But we'd be lying if
Ethan hasn't because he doesn't like girls.
it wasn't a little bit satisfying when Thor brings down the hammer on the man while he makes a mockery of the maelstrom. Hopefully, lightning won't need to strike twice for him to learn that the TikTok isn't worth it.
Let's go.
Surfing an avalanche. It's almost like something out of an over-the-top spy movie. Picture it. 007 has just successfully infiltrated the evil mastermind's secret mountain lair, and it's time to make a daring escape via snowmobile. But oh no! The snowy ground begins to collapse beneath the secret agent as he speeds away.
Dude, it looks like Polar Express. Oh my goodness.
It's a stunt that would surely be a film highlight. While there may not be any espionage going on in this very real video, It's still thrilling to watch as the snowmobile rider surfs the waves of this avalanche, inexplicably
that's
emerging
really cool
without
looking, though.
harm from a disastrous-looking situation. Just as badass as Bond in our book.
Did you see me come down it? Yeah.
Stay right here. So get smashed by it.
Incoming avalanche. In this clip, hiker Harry Shimon is met with a terrifying sight.
This is natural selection. Like, people like this deserve what's coming.
That of a massive cloud of white barreling down the mountain toward him. Simon was walking through Kyrgyzstan by an approaching avalanche. It begins at the very peak of the mountain, but is startlingly quick to reach him.
Oh, it's getting close,
He
dude.
decided to film the approach, as he believed that he was at a safe distance. He was wrong. Shimon ducked down into a small hole as the snow rushed by and struggled to get air for several seconds. Luckily, he and everyone else on the trek made it through the incident without major injuries.
But yeah, fortunately, the actual bulk of the landslide didn't hit me, or the bulk of the avalanche. It was just this kind of cloud of powder and kind of light snow that covered me. So it was only a few inches of snow.
Tidal pool rescue.
He said that if I hadn't gotten him within a minute, he would have been dead.
Never underestimate just how dangerous the ocean can be. In 2014, a young man found himself swept up into a treacherous rip current at Abalone Cove Beach in California, which was captured on video by a concerned bystander. Thankfully, the folks on the shore did more than just film. Two onlookers, Gary Golding and Rob McNulty, dove in headfirst to rescue the man and attempt to resuscitate him. They managed to get him and themselves out of the water safely, and lifeguards appeared on the scene shortly after.
So I'm going stomach, chest, stomach, chest, stomach, chest. I just wanted to empty this kid out. Foam and blood was coming out of his mouth.
Hazardous substance. Fentanyl was the deadliest drug of 2021 in terms of overdoses and is a leading synthetic in the opioid epidemic. On July 3rd, 2021, police trainee David
Lord, look at the nose on this guy.
Ivey of the San Diego County Sheriff's Department was at the site of a drug arrest. There has been some debate over what happened next, as just handling fentanyl cannot lead to an overdose. But while retrieving a bag from his evidence kit, Five Eye placed his face close to where he'd been testing bags of fentanyl and methamphetamine. In the video, he goes rigid and collapses to the ground. His training officer, Scott Crane, quickly grabs some nearby packets of naloxone, which is used to offset the drug and save people's lives. Fortunately, Five Eye survived, but it is a disturbing video nonetheless. Fisherman close call.
The boat definitely hit me, and luckily it didn't hit my head and knock me out.
Well, now, this is one frightening point of view video. Christopher Lostra, a spear fisherman in Oahu, Hawaii, was recording his dive when he came up for air for a split second, and it nearly cost him his life. As scary as this clip is, fear not. Lostra came out unscathed. The boat merely, as scary as this clip is, fear not. Lostra came out unscathed. The boat merely grazed him and banged up one of his flippers.
Oh! Oh! Woo!
If you ask us, that's a small price to pay for what could have been the last trip out to sea he ever took. If you're wondering why this mishap took place at all, Lostra was fishing without his buoy, which would have alarmed mariners that someone was just below the surface.
Last week, I lost my buoy in the currents, so decided I would go without a buoy, and I think
Glad I got that ad,
from
thanks.
death. In some terrifying footage captured by a nearby camera, he can be seen riding his motorcycle onto an active train track. Soon he notices that a speeding train is barreling directly at him, and he both slams on the brakes and climbs off the motorcycle.
Does he just
The
have
reaction
no
was perfect.
sense of what's going on around him? You can't hear. You can't hear that?
Or
timed.
if you count, it takes him close to 3 seconds to get off the bike, leave it there, run away. And instead, he could have just pulled a little bit farther and just kept going. What would you do? Stop and take 5.5 minutes to get off, or would you just gun it and go?
I probably wouldn't have stopped at all. And then it wouldn't even have been close, you know?
As the train shatters his bike almost the second he gets off of it, debris goes flying, and the man scrambles away from immediate danger. Though he probably got the fright of his life, he was physically unharmed and was able to walk away from the scene. Collapsing onto subway tracks. A video from April of 2022 shows a man walking in Sydney's Redfern station when he falls onto the tracks. He hits the ground hard and reportedly loses consciousness. Some onlookers act fast and jump onto the active tracks in an attempt to save him. To make matters even worse, the train is scheduled to arrive any minute, so serious trouble is looming. Luckily, staff members waving red flags are able to alert the incoming vehicle.
Seconds that felt like a lifetime for people on the platform. The train grinds to a halt.
That many people there and they can't get it up.
centimeters from tragedy.
It gets pretty close.
The
manages to
friggin' moon
stop
is
in the
out.
nick of time,
Two, there's
just
like
far away enough to avoid hurting
30
anyone.
men there to
If
rip
the
them out.
station person hadn't been there to wave the train driver down, then that would have definitely resulted in a fatality.
Going through ice. Frozen bodies of water are no joke. On a February evening
Dude,
in
this is risky
2017,
business.
a large group of kids and teens ventured onto a frozen pond in Central Park. What they didn't realize, though, was that it wasn't solid and definitely unsuitable for standing on. As the friends played around, enjoyed themselves, and posed for selfies, the ice underneath the
We don't know how thick this ice is, so we're all going to go stand in a circle in one spot.
I was just saying they all got in the same spot. I bet it would have been fine if they would just like not been all together like that.
Probably.
Oh man, that's scary, dude. That's why I don't ever ice fish because I know darn well.
Yeah.
I would fall right through.
their feet shattered, sending them into the freezing water. The harrowing clip shows them flailing around in desperation for a while. Thankfully, some witnesses then grabbed a ladder and helped them out. They subsequently received medical care and all recovered.
The NYPD tells us that those 7 teenagers and 2 Good Samaritans were treated at area hospitals and treated for mild hypothermia.
Narrow escape
I
from
guess.
falling concrete block. A popular comedy trope in movies and TV shows involves a heavy object, typically a piano or anvil, being dropped on a poor guy's head. Winning. But no one was laughing when a similar incident nearly happened to this young boy. It's not quite clear where or how the falling debris emerged, but the short CCTV clip shows the boy walking out of a building
After that,
when a concrete
there's, like,
block
nothing
drops.
You can do. You can just sit there and be like, "Holy cow!" Actually,
Somebody had to have thrown that at him. It looks like Home Alone. When I throwing the bricks.
his sister. He's
Right
probably
next
upset
to
at
him.
or something.
It's so close that he feels the impact just by his feet and leaps to safety. Time makes all the difference here, as it probably would have been a different story if the young lad was 1 second late. Rehearsal gone wrong. Jonathan Goodman is a professional escapologist who found success on shows like America's Got Talent and its British counterpart. In October of 2021, a camera captured him rehearsing for America's Got Talent Extreme. His stunt is incredibly ambitious, as it sees him hanging upside down in a straitjacket high above the ground.
What?
Meanwhile, 2 exploding cars are set to release and sandwich Goodman if he doesn't escape in time. Something goes horribly wrong, and both vehicles collide into him. His injuries were extremely severe, and he ended up paralyzed from the waist down, but ultimately
gosh.
survived. He's since retired from stunt work.
I'm not down about
can't
it,
walk.
to be honest. And obviously I've lost a huge amount, but I always say that same for me.
During American elections these days, there seems to be one wild moment after another. But an assassination attempt on our former president is always going to be particularly notable, even if something wilder takes its place in the news cycle before we know it. Trump was speaking at a campaign rally near Butler, Pennsylvania, when the top of his right ear was grazed by a shot taken by Thomas Matthew Crooks from a nearby roof.
There's going to be a long investigation into exactly what took place and how the individual was able to get access to the location.
The shooter was promptly dealt with after the fact, but many were aghast that he was even able to get a shot in the first place. And just what were the shooter's motives and political allegiances? Very good question to briefly ask before heading into the next political fiasco.
Bullets were flying over us, yet I felt serene. But now the Secret Service agents were putting themselves in peril. They were in very dangerous territory.
Before we continue, be sure to
Very
subscribe
dangerous
to our
territory.
channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into mid-air collision. In 2013, something absolutely horrifying happened. Two Wisconsin planes bearing skydivers collided in the sky.
Oh my
The
gosh.
unfortunate crash is captured on various helmet cameras, as is the startling aftermath. Multiple people spill from the planes as fiery debris and falling airplanes rain down around them. It spelled catastrophe,
Wow.
but amazingly, all 11 people, skydivers and pilots alike, survived the terrifying accident. A few were hurt a bit,
How?
but thankfully, no one was hurt too severely. It's an amazing story of survival and quick thinking, and it makes for some truly intense footage.
Very lucky, very, very lucky. Yeah, anytime two planes collide in the air, I mean, it's a potential disaster for everybody involved. So we were all very, very lucky here.
Have a nearly morbid movie that we missed? Let us know in the...
Crazy.
That is crazy. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Have a good night.
Good night.